with Brian Sanchez, who is down at our studio in Carson City at Fitness for 10. Thanks for being with us, Brian.
Thanks for having me. Hello from Fitness for 10 Carson City, the finest gym in the area.
Yeah, it's one of the only ones, but that's
Yeah.
very true. So let's talk about picking a personal trainer. And you can
Great topic.
bring up some of the variables about what goals and all that is and so on, but I think there's some usual ways, whether you're trying to pick a plumber or whatever. But there's some really good personal trainers. There's some really good personal trainers that would be bad for you. And there's just some really bad personal trainers, just like doctors. Sorry, there's bad doctors. I got kind of a bad attitude. I think most of them are bad, but don't say anything.
Most doctors, we're not talking. Our trainers are good.
Yeah.
So
well, I said most doctors, but there are some bad trainers. Now, not in any of our facilities, but there are some in maybe other places around the world. So,
of course.
What's your first thoughts on what you're looking for when you decide that you want to hire a personal trainer?
First thoughts are when you come into a facility and you're going to work with a coach of some kind or a trainer, you have to find out who they are. I think it's really, really important. You have to have the right mindset. Me personally, I wouldn't leave it up to someone else to choose that person for me. Now, all these facilities have several trainers there. I think even in our small gym, there's at least 8 that are working on a regular basis. Now, if you don't talk to them and get to know them and find out who they are and what they are, and they have bios on the walls here in ours, then what will happen is if you come in and you just sign up, you're going to get assigned to a trainer. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because they're all capable of working with you, but I think it's your money. And I think that with your money, you need to pay attention to your investment. You need to, as a client, ask questions. You don't have to sign up with a personal trainer on your first day in the gym. Go and talk to the trainers, talk to the head trainer, find out what they're about, explain to them what you are looking for, the kind of background you want in a trainer, what kind of certifications you have when it comes to the expectation of your trainer, what expectations on those certs do you have? Are you okay with somebody that holds a non-accredited certification? Are you okay with somebody that's just certified in the job market itself, or do you want somebody with a background in the formal education of a trainer? Do you want the certifications to be accredited? Things like this, because it changes on the requirements of education for the trainer based on the accreditations, what program they're in, and there's all kinds of them. You're going to hear all kinds of different certs, and people are going to say they need ISSA or NASM or ACE or IFA. Really, don't get too hooked up into that because you need to make sure that you hire a trainer like you hire anything else, like you're saying, like a plumber, like a doctor. Just because they have the credentials does not mean they're a good coach. And you need to define that for yourself. It'll be in your best interest. And one of the questions I always like to throw out there is find out how many clients these people have and the diversity of their clients. You want to know what they're working with so that when you step in, that they actually have the ability to work with you. In other words, don't just let somebody else pick someone for you. Find out for yourself and make that investment in yourself. When you're in the gyms, I wouldn't judge your trainers based on how they look, how their clients look. Try to get to know them and see who they are and what they are. You want a trainer when you're interviewing your trainer, not just them interviewing you. You want a trainer that will focus on you. You don't want a trainer that's going to come in and try to impress you on who they are. You want them to have a mindset of individualizing the program that they're going to create with you, for you, specifically about what your goals, wants, and needs are going to be. They need to know how to individualize that workout for you. They need to know how to prepare that workout for you. They need to have a good understanding of the modalities in the gym, and how to use corrective exercise, regular exercise, flexibility programs, stretch programs, have an idea as to what the group sessions are in their gym. They need to know how to take everything and apply it to you. More importantly, based on your conditions, because they're going to interview you anyway, based on your conditions, you need to know that your trainer understands what not to do with you. If you're on certain medications, if you're a certain age, if you're pregnant, if you're morbidly obese, there's certain things that they're not going to want to do with you, because they can put you in a bad situation. You need to know that they understand that. And in all ways, try to get to know the trainer. All the trainers are coming into this place. Remember, for them, it's business. And they're in there trying to get to know you as well. But if you open up that communication with them, I think you're going to have success when you find the person you want. You need to make sure that they're not somebody that, in my opinion, is chasing certifications, and they don't put a lot of emphasis in the client. Quick fix. Hey, here's the new thing. Here's the new thing. Here's the new thing. When they need to stay focused on your program. They have to have passion for your success, not what they want you to do. One of the best advice when I got started in this business, I started. There's one of your partners, Steve, Shane Leland, said to me, no matter what happens, make sure as a trainer you do what's good for that client, and you do what they want, not how you work out. And I have hung on to that. And even when I was one of your assistants here, I made sure that I repeated that with the trainers. It's not what you want to do. It's what they need you to do. It's what they would like you to do. You have to focus on the individual. It's also important when you're kind of defining what you're going to do. I'm a 55-year-old male. I have certain conditions in my life that I need to pay attention to. I want to know if my coach has worked with somebody like me before. So if you're coming in and you're saying, hey, I want to lose 30 pounds. I'm a weight loss client. I have a goal to be ready for a cruise in 8 months. I am 47 years old. I'm a male or a female, whatever it is you are. Here, I work these many hours a day. Do you have experience in this with other clients? And if you do, can you share with me what you did? Don't be afraid to get to know them. Don't be afraid to interview your trainer. And I can tell you what, the more your trainer knows about you, the better off you're going to be, and the better off your relationship with that trainer is going to be. It will work better for both of you. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, you know what? That is, I think the best point you made there is you want your trainer, and trainers should be helping. So first of all, you need to identify what your objectives are and what your goal is. You have to know that. And the point that you made is your trainer should be focusing on what your objectives are, what you're trying to accomplish, not what they think your objectives should be. They need to gear their program towards what your objectives are. That's very important, because it's easy as professionals sometimes to replace your client with yourself and have them eat the way you eat and make your goals their goals, and so on.
Right.
And no, we want them to identify their objectives, their goal, and then you're going to help them attain what they want, not what you think they need or any of that. And the other thing that you said that I would just add to, yeah, there's all kinds of certifications out there. But just because someone has one or a certain one doesn't mean they're a great trainer. Just because they don't have a certain certification does not mean they're bad.
Right.
So it's about experience, and a lot goes into this. Another thing that a good question to ask is how long you've been doing this. You know, if someone says, I've been doing this for 15 years or more, which is a long time, they have some experience, obviously.
Yeah, if you have somebody that's got a good number of years in personal training or fitness or the fitness industry, they're going to have a lot of information, and they're going to have the exposure to a lot of different people, different programs, different exercises. They'll have that library of information for you, and they can provide that to you. So it's really important to find that out. I agree.
Yeah. And you know, I've got tons of experience in health and wellness. I've been doing it all my life. I started with a passion for this when I was a little boy. I started off as a personal trainer. I've got tons of degrees, and I've had tons of certifications and all that stuff. But some of my best knowledge comes from working with some of the best in the business. When I was playing college football, I was trained by one of the best strength coaches in the country, period. And
Hmm.
he was before his time. So that is honestly more valuable than any degree or something that I could get, is being trained by a guru like, I'll say his name, Bob Aleo. Go look him up. So, um, Brian, we thanks for your input. We thank you for that. You guys have questions, leave them in the comment section. If you want to reach out to me, find out more about me, you can get me at stevemain.com. But put those questions in that comment section, and any thoughts or input. We like your input just as much as your questions. So thanks for being with us, Brian.
Thanks for having me, Steve. See everybody soon.